Landview.
Well, this is a nice one. 14 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms.
Oh, come on. What are we going to need with a place like that? We'll need walkie-talkie just to say hello.
If my dad were alive, he could get us a deal on one of those.
Yeah, I bet he could, huh?
Oh, baby, I just can't stop thinking about him.
I know. Hey, it's going to be okay.
Okay, come on. We've got some decisions to make here.
Why don't you go ahead and you make the decision? You go ahead. Anything's fine with me.
Wait a minute. You're going to be paying half the rent. I should have something to say about this.
Well, I think I'm going to be paying all of the rent. And, no, that's all right, because as long as I'm with you, I don't care where we live.
I love you so much, it scares me.
Why?
Because I don't know what I'd do if I ever lost you.
And you listen to me, little girl. You are stuck with me for about, at least 100 years. And every single minute of that time, I'm just going to hold you right here in my arms.
Warden drink tells me you're causing some problems, Mr.
You
Hogan.
people are creating the problems. I only want to see Tina Roberts for 5 minutes to give her some information.
Well, you'll have to tell her tomorrow.
It can't wait until tomorrow.
It'll have to.
Warden Perkins, I heard you are a reasonable man.
The answer is no.
Well, in that case, I'll just sit here until the answer is yes. Call all the security guards you want, but you better tell them to pack pieces, because the only way you get me out of this room without talking to Tina is on a stretcher.
So Nurse Dixon wants to see me?
Have a seat, Roberts. I'll tell her you're here.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't lock me in here and leave me all alone. What? Hey.
You're not alone, Tina.
Oh, my God, Jamie.
Welcome to Statesville.
Hey, wait a minute. We're supposed to be picking an apartment, right? I mean, we're going to have a roof over our bed.
Yeah. Right. First things first. Okay. Hey, what about that Victorian place? You know, the top 2 floors were available. That was a real nice apartment.
Okay.
Oh, come on, honey. Here. Take a look at it. Remember this one? It was so neat. No, you started this. Now, come on. Honey, it's got everything we want, really. Look at this. And remember, it even had one of those great big old bathtubs with the legs on it? We had one of those back at the ranch back in El Paso when I was growing up as a kid. Let me tell you something. Those things are great. I was always had plenty of room for me and every single one of my rubber duckies. They were very nice.
Come on. What about that condo in downtown Landview? 2 bedrooms, master bath, and a built-in spa with deep split-level heating.
Ooh.
And lots of room for comfortable reclining. Sounds wonderful, huh?
Yeah. But what is so wonderful about a terrace with AstroTurf on it?
I hear it's great to make love on.
Oh, girl. Ooh. You are simply shameful today, aren't you?
No, I'm just getting into my hard sell tactic.
Oh, you are? Well, look. What about that 2-bedroom house over on Elm Street? Now, that was very nice. And even though they just had a patio, I bet you we could get a hold of some AstroTurf.
Cordero!
Well, we could. Honey, you started this thing. I'm just starting a variation on the theme, that's all. Now, come on, where's that brochure?
It's with the stack we had yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh.
Find it?
Yes. Tina Lord Roberts begins life term for murder. How could Clint do this, man? I don't believe it.
He can't play favorites. Come on, she's news. At least it was tastefully written. The intruder had a picture of her coming into the prison.
Yeah, I know. I saw that at the newsstand. I don't believe I couldn't believe the expression on her face. She looks like she was scared to death.
Can't blame her. I'd be terrified, too.
Man, she must be going through hell right about now.
Well, I just hope that she can keep it together long enough for my mother to get her out.
Maybe I should have gone over there with her. I don't know, seen her off, I guess.
No, honey, it would have been much harder for her to say goodbye at the prison.
You're right. You're right. I'll talk to your mom tomorrow, and I'll find out how the appeal is going. I guess it's too late to do anything tonight. So, let's see what we got here. Don't you like that house? I really like it.
I
honey.
do. I don't know, kind of like the condo better.
You do? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to make a decision. My decision is to make no more decisions tonight.
You're going to kick me out?
No, I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to celebrate my love for you and celebrate the fact that we have decided to live together.
Mr. Holden, I appreciate your dilemma, but there's nothing I can do to help you.
Tina did not commit murder. But now, I know you hear that every day and hear from everyone, but in this case, it happens to be true. She got a raw deal from the DA and the legal system, and I've got a way to get her out.
Being incarcerated is not a pleasant situation for anyone, but we live by the law, Mr. Holden.
Your daughter, Allison, committed a crime, right? She kidnapped Victoria Buchanan's baby, Jessica. But she wasn't responsible because she was programmed by Mitch Lawrence. Now, what did you say to your wife? Well, dear, we live by the law. She has to pay, even if she's not really responsible for it.
My daughter has been in a coma since the hit-and-run accident.
I know, and I am sorry. I know how painful this is, and I didn't want to bring it up except for the fact it might make you look at Tina as a human being instead of a prison number, and you might be willing to help.
I am not without compassion or sympathy for your friend.
This girl has been through hell today. She had her baby taken away from her, which is tearing her apart. She's been put in this jail unjustly. She's innocent, and that's tearing her apart. She can't take another surprise. That is why I need to talk to her, to explain to her, to make her understand what I'm about to do.
Visiting hours begin at 10 tomorrow morning.
Anything happens to her, because you couldn't bend one damn rule, and I'm going to give you so much trouble, you'll be lucky to get a job as a dog catcher.
The ironies of life that make it so interesting, don't you think, Tina? I mean, who would have thought that you and I would meet again, especially in a place like this?
Please get me out of here.
Yell all you want. Nobody can hear you.
Get your hands off me, you creep.
Come on, take it easy.
Easy. You know, you practically killed me in Argentina. I mean, you're the reason I went over the falls and lost my baby.
Hey, could I help it if I got shot and fell out of the boat?
Yeah, you tied me to the raft so there was no way I could save myself, and then you just tried to kill me again by talking to the DA. What is it, Jamie, huh? What did I ever do to you?
I'll tell you, Tina. I'll tell you what you did to me. You're the reason why I'm locked up in here. You and your boyfriend, Max Holden.
You killed 3 people and tried to kill me. That's why you're locked up in here. Why didn't you just stay in Argentina? Why did you have to come back up here to Lambview?
Because I had no choice. You and Max blew my cocaine operation sky high, and I needed that money to start over. So you see, Tina, you and Max ruined all my chances for a normal life. It's your fault that they caught up with me. Now they've caught up with you too, haven't they? Must be fate, don't you think? Tina? Yes, there's a very good reason why we're both here together in this hellhole. A year ago, I'd have killed you the minute you walked into this prison. But I've changed. See, I'm not out for revenge. I'm not that kind of guy anymore, Tina. What's the use of wasting time on old grudges? I'm willing to change and forget. I hope that you're willing to do the same thing.
I am never going to change, and I'm certainly not going to forget what you did to me. I'm certainly never going to forgive it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Very sorry. Life can be tough in here, especially for a pretty young thing like yourself.
I'm not going to be here that long.
Oh, but you're in danger every minute you are here. Open your eyes, Tina. Look around. You're living with murderers, rapists, sickos. You're gonna need protection, and I can give it to you. I'm a big man here. I don't like to brag, but I've got a lot of respect. People don't touch my friends because they know what I'll do if they cross me. So I want you to be my friend, Tina, and I'll be yours.
You must think I am real stupid.
I just hope you're smart enough to accept my offer.
You make me sick. And I find it difficult being in the same room with you, let alone being your friend.
You're making a big mistake. I could waste you right here and nobody would care. I'll give you time to reconsider my offer.
Where's Nurse Dixon?
I don't know.
You finished here?
Yes, please take me back to my cell.
First, you have an appointment with the warden.
The warden? Judith must have gotten me free. That must be what it is. Do you think that's what he wants to see me about?
He didn't say.
Oh, that has to be it. I'm going to be free.
Max is probably right. I didn't do my best.
Would you stop it?
Well, we should have gotten Tina to tell us everything before the trial started.
Come on, we did everything possible to get her to tell us the truth. She just wouldn't trust us. So you should stop feeling any guilt. Here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, that's your third one.
Come on, stop counting.
I thought you didn't feel guilty about our failure in court.
I feel bad for Tina, but not guilty. Oh, not about her anyway. It's something else. About Charles.
Well, death is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Especially,
What? You upset about Elizabeth's behavior at the memorial service?
that's part of it.
Well, she was just terrible to everybody. To me, poor Mary Lynn and Lee. You can't take anything she says or does personally.
What do you think about his marriage to Lee?
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Kate's very upset, but I think, well, at least while they had the time together, I hope Lee made him happy.
Do you think Charles wanted you and Herb to be happy?
Yes, I think so. They say bad luck comes in threes, don't they?
You don't believe that.
Well, it happened to me. It wasn't exactly a vintage year, was it?
It's not over yet. More wine?
No, and you're not having any either. Come on. It's getting late. Come on.
Luther, you've served Sanders Chemical extremely well, and I know I can count on your continued help and support.
Oh, of course, Elizabeth, but I wish you'd reconsider this move. The firm should be in much more experienced hands than Kate's.
Elizabeth, excuse this interruption. Your butler said that you were in the solarium.
Asa Buchanan, this is Luther Kent. Mr. Kent is in charge of new projects and development at Sanders Chemical. Thank you, Luther, for stopping by. We'll talk tomorrow.
Good night, Mr. Buchanan.
All right. Elizabeth, I came by to express my deepest sympathy over your great loss. I didn't know Charles very well, but since our families are going to be united through holy matrimony, your grief is ours.
Thank you, Asa. I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Court tells me you've been under the weather lately, health-wise.
Just an annoying virus.
Probably made worse by exhaustion.
No?
Elizabeth, I run a few companies myself. I know how tuck it out they can make you. So if you have any problems that I can help, you call me. I'm always available to family.
I dare say the Sanders family can manage on its own, but thank you for offering.
Elizabeth, I don't mean to embarrass you or offend you. The word in the financial community is that your company has some troubles.
It's only a rumor, I can assure you. There's absolutely no truth to it.
They are saying Sanders Chemical is ripe for takeover.
Hogwash. Despite my son's death, Sandus Chemical will continue to be a family concern. Kate has agreed to take over some of my duties for the time being, and I'm sure she'll do a splendid job.
I've always been impressed by that young gal, but let's face it, Elizabeth. She's a kid.
Asa, you and I were kids once, and we turned large successes into even larger ones.
Times have changed. The world isn't simple now. Of course, when Kate marries Cordero, he'll be able to help her. He has Buchanan genes. That means a great instinct for business.
Kate has Sanders genes, and therefore all the business sense she'll ever need.
Oh, Oliver, good evening.
Oh, Mr. Buchanan.
Well, I'll be running along. If you need me, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Asa. Good night.
Elizabeth, what's wrong?
A great deal could be wrong. I just pray Charles had the good sense to leave all his shares to Kate.
Thank you, Mr. Buchanan.
Thank you, Nathan. I'm sure we can work out a compromise. You know, the banner can't afford to be without its deliverman. I'll talk to Briggs, and I'll have him call you in the morning. Oh, Gabrielle.
Hi, Clint. I'm looking for Max. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't. I asked about him when I came in, and no one seems to know where he is. Would you like a drink?
No, thanks, but I would like your opinion on something. I was thinking of taking Al up to Statesville to see Tina. Do you think tomorrow would be too soon?
Tomorrow? Frankly, yes. I think she's probably having a pretty rough time on getting accustomed to prison life, and if you show up there with little Al, it can send her right around the bend.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just wanted to do something to make her feel better.
I called Banner. Briggs said you were having a meeting with a man from the Delivery Man's Union?
Yeah. I think we're going to be able to settle it without a strike.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'd better get back to Lansdale now.
You haven't moved out with little Al?
No, not yet. Good night.
Good night, Gabby.
She staying?
For a while, anyway. Vicky talked her into it.
Well, that is wonderful news. On top of more wonderful news. Sit down. Let me buy you a drink.
Paul, I really...
Oh, come on. You got to hear this. My usual...
All right, so what's the wonderful news?
I think I found a way to take over Sanders Chemicals.
Elizabeth is thinking of selling the company?
I didn't say buy. I said take over. There's a difference.
Take it over, Pa? What are you thinking about? Your grandson is about to marry into the Sanders family.
I know. That's why I'm doing it. I paid a visit to Elizabeth to express my condolences earlier. One of her most trusted corporate officers was there. He could hardly hide his joy over a worsening condition. Clint, the vultures are hovering over the family and the company. Now, what's wrong with me trying to save them?
Pa, listen to me. If Elizabeth wants help, give it to her if she asks for it. But if she doesn't, don't. Try and keep your nose out of Elizabeth's business. We've got enough problems to contend with. I'm trying to write an editorial to get some support for Tina's release. Cord's bouncing off the walls because of the loss of his mother and his son. Why don't you try and help with that?
Nobody in this family has ever understood me, huh? But never mind. You're going to thank me for what I'm doing.
Was that a happy sigh?
It was a very happy sigh from a very happy woman. You know something?
What?
When I'm in your arms, I feel so safe and secure, and I feel like I've got nothing to be afraid of and nothing to be sad about.
Good. Because I feel the same way. What are you thinking about?
Oh, I was just thinking it'd be nice if we went on another research trip together to Mexico or Africa or something, two of us.
Well, honey, I'm no scientist.
Yeah, but you're a super photographer. Hey, we could make a book together. You could do the photos, and I'll do all the text. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Why don't we go to Africa? I'd love to photograph some of those animals down there. Or better yet, Mexico sounds nice because I speak Spanish. That'd be a lot easier.
It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a challenge.
Oh, I see.
Well, let's set a timetable. Why don't I work for a few months, and then we can make our travel plans and get married and take off. How about a Thanksgiving Day wedding?
Yeah, then we can both dress up as pilgrims, and then we can have pumpkin pie instead of wedding cake.
On second thought, I think we'd look pretty silly as pilgrims, and I hate pumpkin pie.
Even with whipped cream on it?
Yes.
Oh.
How about, late October?
Look, honey, why do we even need to set a date for the wedding, huh?
Oh, I know.
Well, because, look, it seems like every time we set a wedding date, something always happens. I mean, why tempt fate? Let's just move in together for a while and have a little fun with that, and then when we feel the time is right, we will go see a judge, and we will get hitched. Okay? Excuse me.
Hello. Oh, Cord, it's Elizabeth. Is Kate there with you?
Yes, ma'am. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm all right. I won't keep her long.
All right, here she is. Grandmother.
Hi, Gramps. What's wrong?
Kate, I'm sorry to disturb you, but could you come over tomorrow, before everyone arrives for the reading of the will? I want to discuss the future of Sanders Chemical.
Warden?
Hey, babe.
Oh, so good to see you. You're here to take me home. When is you to sign the papers? I mean, you are here to take me home, aren't you?
No.
What? But when the matron said the warden wanted to see me, I thought...
Tina, I'm just here for a quick visit. It's important. We only have 5 minutes.
Max, please. Please, I have got to go home. I mean, I can't stay here any longer. You have no idea what it's like.
I'm going to get you out of here soon.
No, Max, I don't think I'm going to last another day. I don't even know if I'll last the night. I mean, Sandra's being very nice to me, and she can protect me from the women, but she can't protect me from Jamie.
Jamie, whoa. What about Jamie?
I just saw him. He made it so that we'd be alone together in the infirmary, and he was telling me he wanted to be my friend and he wanted to protect me, but he doesn't want that. Believe me, Max, he hates me. And I told him I hate him, and God knows what he's going to try to do to me now.
And who's the Sandra character?
Sandra Montaigne. She's married to the guy who used to own Frankie's.
The one, the insurance scam in the paper?
Yes, and she's been very sweet to me, but what am I going to do about Jamie?
Listen, you stick with Sandra and you stay away from Jamie, all right?
But he's trying. He's going to try to get me. I know he will.
Look, Tina, you're going to have to calm down here. Listen, you got to listen to me. I've got something very important to tell you.
Oh, Max, please just hold me.
Listen, babe, I think I may have a way to get you released. I'm going to try to get your verdict overturned because of an unfair trial. That's why I forced the warden to let me talk to you now, because I wanted you to hear about this before you read it in the papers and got upset.
Upset? Max, this is the best news I've heard in days.
There's a catch. It's going to hurt Judith.
But she's my lawyer. How?
She's been sleeping with the DA. I think that may have affected her objectivity, and you didn't get the best defense possible. Now, I know you like her. I know you respect her. I do, too.
But Max, she's one of the few people that believes in me.
Tina, I don't want to hurt Judith or Herb, but this is our best shot. It's either you or them.
I don't know, Max. I don't think I can do this to her, not after everything she's done for me.
If she could have done more, you wouldn't be here right now.
Max, there's just got to be another way.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. This is our best shot, and I'm going to take it. I swear I'll take full blame.
Time's up.
Hey, listen. You hang in there. Keep strong. And remember. Just remember how much I love you.
Move it, Roberts.
Jamie? So, how was your rendezvous with the new prisoner?
She got called into the warden's office. I think my loving mother got her sprung.
Some guy named Holden talked the warden into letting him see her for 5 minutes.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. She's probably on her way back to her cell.
That's great. I thought I lost my chance with her. Tina and I have a lot of unfinished business to settle. And now I'll have her exactly where I want her.
Morning. Hey, Clint. Hi, come on in.
How you doing?
Actually, I'm a little behind schedule right now. Did you see Kate on the way out?
Yeah, she was flying through the lobby. Where's she going? On her way to a fire or what?
No, actually, she's going to meet with her grandmother this morning.
Oh. How's she doing?
Well, she's doing all right. She misses her father like crazy. They were really close.
Yeah.
Listen, did you get a chance to see little Al this morning?
Oh, yeah. I had breakfast with all of the kids.
Oh, yeah?
Which explains the eggs on my shirt, the bacon on my pants, the milk in my boots. You know, you're welcome to come over anytime you want to.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't know, seeing Al right now. I'm not sure how I'd deal with it. Look, I got my camera equipment right over here right now.
What's this? You moonlighting and, for some real estate company or what?
No, actually, Kate and I are looking for a place. We've decided to move in together.
Oh?
Yeah, we decided out of respect for, well, my mother and her father that we would put off the marriage plans for a while and just look for a place because we don't want to be apart any longer.
Oh. Are you saying that you think it shows more respect for the dead to move in and live together than it does to get married?
No, not at all, Clint. It's just that, well, you know, a wedding is supposed to be a happy time, and we don't feel that this is a good time for a big party.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Look, Clint, I know you well enough. You're thinking something else. What is it?
Well, you having second thoughts about getting married?
No. Clint, come on, you know how much I love Kate.
Yeah, but I mean, you've been through a lot the last few months, Cord, and the trauma you've been through is enough to cause any man to get shaken up, doubt himself, doubt his
No, I
friends.
don't have any doubts, Clint, no. I love Kate, and we're just putting off the wedding because, as I said, it's not a good time right now. But when we feel it's the right time, we will go off and we will get married, all right?
Right.
Good. Now, you think maybe you can get me over to Banner in about 10 minutes? Because if I'm not there on time, my boss, he's known to be like a real dragon.
Yes, I've heard that. But he's got a heartload of love for his son.
Yeah, and I hear his son is mighty grateful for that.
What's it gonna take to get you back on the job?
I wouldn't work for you for $1 million an hour.
Fine, I'll give you $2 million an hour. Not only that, I'll throw in a free apology for all the nasty things I said. Steve, you know how hard it is for me to apologize. Last time I did it, I was 10 years old and I forgot Ma's birthday. Besides, you said a few nasty things about me yourself.
I didn't mean them.
Well, same here. And besides, I took your advice. I did ask Tina to give Al back to Gabrielle, and I think it had an effect on her decision. Say thank you, Max.
Thanks.
Now say you're going to come back to work here so I can concentrate on getting Tina out of Statesville.
Judith and Jeff are her lawyers.
Well, I got a plan of my own, and I need your help.
No.
What do you mean, no? You haven't even heard the plan.
I don't need to hear it. I'm not going to help you bust Tina out of the slammer.
Hold it. This is something legal. I just want to get a mistrial. You in on this, or no?
Tell me the plan.
Good. Come over here. The DA and the counsel for the defense have been spending nights together during the trial. Now, what I need is concrete evidence. Now, you are the eyes and ears of this place. Now, if you could come up with anything to verify that they were together on those nights.
No way.
What do you mean, no way?
The whole thing stinks, and I don't want any part of it.
I'm not too proud of it myself. But I think Tina being in prison stinks a lot more.
You are messing in Herb and Judith's private lives.
Their private life, I think, had an effect on the outcome of that trial.
Well, I don't. Look, I feel sorry for Tina, but I am not going to destroy Herb and Judith.
Can't you understand this is her only chance?
What is going on here?
I gotta go.
What's the crybaby princess crying about now?
Dear Max, I know you're doing everything you can, but I can't take this much
Wait a
longer.
minute, give me that.
It was like heaven being in your arms, if only for a few minutes. Hey, princess, don't tell me you and this guy... No, not sweet innocent Tina.
Leave her alone, Rags.
Butt out, Montaigne.
I think you're real tough, don't you?
I'm tougher than you, Montaigne. Don't make me prove it. Come on, Tina. Tell the girls about you and Matt. Quiet in here, quiet. Hey, who started this? Who started it? You got 3 seconds to tell me who started this, or everybody pays. No. Now, why should the whole cell block suffer because of one goon?
Yeah, that's right. Come on.
Okay, ladies?
Well, she did it. She did. I mean, she was harassing me and Sandra tried to stop her. She's the troublemaker.
Move it, Rags.
Sandra, what? Well, what's going on here? I mean, I saved everybody here in the cell block. I mean, why should all of us suffer because of Rags?
What was that all about?
Forget it. It's just another one of Max's stupid ideas. Tell me, how is my favorite little nephew?
Well, we had quite a chat about your tender declaration of love.
Yeah?
Yeah, Al heard everything, and he's curious as to how I'm going to respond.
Well, his uncle's a little curious, too.
Steve, I have to be honest.
Oh, wait a minute now. Something tells me that you're gonna let me down real easy here.
Steve, I was so touched by what you told me. But I just don't think I can repay the love at this time. I'm worried about Al and Tina.
Yeah, I understand. I think you should concentrate on your son right now, and I don't want to interfere with that.
Somehow that isn't exactly what I wanted to hear you say. Steve, I don't want you to go to Texas. What I want is for us to have more time to get to know each other better. Not really very fair of me either, is it, to push you away on one hand and then ask you to stay on the other?
I'll take my chances.
Did you get any sleep last night, Gramps?
Yes, of course.
You look so tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry about me, dear. But there's trouble brewing at the company. Rumors of a takeover.
Yeah, I know. Patrick told me. Do you have any idea who's trying to pull this raid on us?
No, I haven't heard any names mentioned as yet.
No, Patrick did neither. But don't worry. I have called a meeting of the board of directors at 1 o'clock today after we read the will, and I'll get their help and see what we can do to protect the company.
You are indeed a Sanders.
You know, ever since I was a little kid, I depended on you, and I drew strength from you. And now I have a chance to return the favor.
Thank you, Kate. We're the only family now, just you and I.
Well, we'll be okay.
Of course we will. Can you come back immediately after the meeting?
I'm not sure. Cord and I are looking at apartments. We've decided to live together. Gramps, come on, this is the 80s.
Oh, my dear, I'm not offended at the morality of the situation. Some of the things people did in the 40s would curl your hair. But, Kate, this house is our center. You should be here.
Well, I'll be in and out, and there's always the phone.
But it's not the same. I need you.
Well, Cord needs me, too.
Kate, would Cord consider moving in here with you?
Are you serious?
Very serious.
I don't know. We'll talk it over, okay?
Hello, sweetheart. Judith?
Hello, everyone. Could I have a word with Judith, please, alone?
Jeffrey, please.
Jeff, if this is business...
No, it's not business, it's personal. Excuse us, please.
Gramps, why don't we go have a cup of tea before Alex comes here?
Jeff, what is it?
Something that I should have told you a long time ago.
Jeff, I've come to hear the reading of the will.
Yes, I know.
Well, can we talk later?
No, this can't wait. I'm here because Mr. Oliver asked me to attend.
I don't see what that has to do with Charles's will.
I was trying to tell you last night. I kept slugging down the drinks, thinking it'd give me some courage.
Well, you've always been honest with me.
Not always. I'm here because I'm part of the family. Charles is my father.
Let me tell you something, Max. I don't care if you got a stack of proof a mile high. I'm not going to print your accusations about Herb and Judith in the banner.
I figured Vicky would give you a hard time, but I also figured that you were a man that stood on his own.
Oh, really? Well, let me tell you something else about me. I also happen to be a fellow who hates yellow journalism. That's just what that article is. Yellow journalism. Now, I'm not going to tarnish the reputations of Herb and Judith with your cheap innuendos. They're fine people.
These
Max.
fine people are the reason Tina's in prison. You don't want the story? Fine. I'll give it to the Chronicle.
Save your breath. I happen to know the editor. He's not going to print it either.
Then I'll give it to the Intruder. Unless, of course, you want to help me get Tina out of prison.
All right, I got an idea. Maybe there's a way to handle this quietly. If you really believe that there's any truth to your accusations that there was collusion between Herb and Judith, tell it to somebody who can investigate it, quietly investigate it, and then if it's warranted, take some action.
Give me a name.
Justice Edmund Carr. He's on the state Supreme Court.
Forget that. He's gonna protect the DA, and that'll be the end of it.
How the hell are you going to know that unless you give him a chance? Now listen to me, Max. If you really want to help Tina, you better learn to control your hot temper. And that means using your head for something besides a hat rack before you shoot your mouth off in public. You know, you go to the Intruder, they're going to crucify you. You talk to Justice Carr, maybe you'll get some action.
This is Max. Yeah, get me a number for a Justice Carr. He's on the state Supreme Court.
Tina.
Sandra, what's going on? Why are you so mad at me?
Tina, you broke one of the cardinal rules in this place. You don't rat on anybody, not even the enemy.
I was just trying to help you.
Not the way to help anybody around here. You gotta understand, it's us against them. And if we don't stick together, we're powerless.
Well, how was I supposed to know all this?
You couldn't know. I just thought you did.
Well, can't I just go tell everybody I'm sorry?
No, Tina. It doesn't work that way. Because nobody wants anything to do with you now.
Oh, my God, and they're going to try to take revenge, aren't they? Oh, Sandra, please, you can't leave me now. Please, I'm so scared. I'm trying to adjust to this, and it's just getting worse and worse.
I am stuck with you, whether I like it or not. Because by my even talking to you, I'm considered a rat, too.
Oh, Sandra, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together, somehow.
Oh, I should have stuck that witch's head between the bars. Nobody squeals on rags and gets away with it. Miss Tina Lloyd Roberts is going to get her due. Keep your arms still, Eloise. What did you call me? Rag. All right. You remember that? You're going to be in as bad a shape as that princess with the big mouth. Her days are numbered, and you can take that to the bank. She's got Sandra Montaigne to protect her. You think Sandra Montaigne scares me? She put you in here. Yeah, she got lucky. But her luck's just run out. Those two rats are going to end up where they deserve, in the gutter. Come on, let's move it. You're welcome.
So, Tina and Sandra Montaigne are friends, huh?
Birds of a feather. I saw them having a long conversation in the lounge last night.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't think it was important.
Well, good fortune strikes again. I can take care of Tina and Frankie's wife at the same time.
I want to thank you for listening to me, Judge Carr. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
You've leveled a very serious ethical charge, Mr. Holden, and one I hope is not true.
I understand that. And I have nothing against Herb Callison or Judith Sanders personally. They are very nice people. But when it comes to Tina Roberts, I must say that I
agreed with you. You have my word that I will conduct an investigation into collusion between Sanders and Callison.
Great, thank you.
Hey, get ready for the second coffee break?
Sure, how have you been?
Oh.
What have you been up to? I've been reading about you in the papers. You're one busy lady, huh?
Yeah, well, what about you, Max? You know, I've been trying to reach you. I've been leaving messages all over the place.
Well, you must have heard Tina's been convicted and she's in prison right now, so I'm up to my eyeballs in problems.
Funny, isn't it? A few months ago, we were together, and now the love of your life is in jail, and I...
Became Mrs. Charles Sanders? Come on, Lee, how were you able to pull that one off?
Max, would you please stop it? I don't want you being snide about my marriage. I don't want that. I want a friend.
Whoa, wait a minute. I am your friend, darling. It was just an innocent question. Well, fairly innocent question. So come on, tell good old Max what's going down here.
Jeffrey! It's true. I'm Charles' son. And I hate myself for keeping that from you, Judith, but no one knows except Elizabeth and, of course, Charles. You remember you said I never talked about my family. Well, now you know why. Marissa McGrath is my mother.
Marissa, Charles's ex-mistress. I knew about it, but I never assumed. Jeffrey, you're right.
You're here. I need someone to talk to.
Listen to me. You're buzzing in the laundry room that Eloise is going to use your face to clean the floor. Tina, I want you to be real alert, because she wouldn't say it, believe me, if she didn't mean it.
But what do I do? Who do I tell?
Shh. Don't tell anybody. Don't rat on anybody else, or one of these people is going to kill you. Now it's time for you to stand up and fight back.
Sandra, I don't know how to fight anybody.
Do you think I fought every day before I got in this place? And just start using your head, your muscles.
Mother is vice president and general manager of WPLE. Great. I was wondering if you were related. And your mother? May I ask why you're asking so many questions?
Leslie's pretty transparent, isn't she?
My sorority will be holding Rush in Maryland, and when I met you in lit class, I thought you might be Phi Beta material.
Oh.
Have other sororities approached you yet?
No, not yet. Well, actually, I wasn't expecting any.
Why? You've got style, looks, brains, the right family and background. I think you would be a class addition to our family. And I know you would love to be with us.
Mary Lynn,
Are you seeing anyone right now?
Yes. In fact, my boyfriend is supposed to be here soon, so you can meet him. What are you two majoring in?
I plan to get my MBA and then hit Wall Street.
Ditto.
Excuse me.
Wait, hi.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. My bike broke down about a half a mile from here. I finally got it running, but I didn't get a chance to go home and change.
Oh, well, Wade Coleman, this is Leslie Drake and Brent. Hi. I'm sorry. What was it?
Ben Buren. Hi, good to meet you. Mind if I pass? Oh, right. Better hit the washroom. I'll be right back.
He's really cute, Marilyn.
Isn't he?
What year is he?
Oh, he's not a student. Well, not yet anyway. I'm working on him.
What does he do for a living?
He's a stagehand at WVLE.
Well, you're not serious about him, are you?
Well, I don't know, but I like him a lot.
Yeah, but... Well, it doesn't sound as if he has much of a future.
You don't have to have an MBA and work on Wall Street to be successful.
No, buddy.
My father started out on a small-town paper writing obituaries, and I think he's done pretty well for himself.
Times have changed a lot, Marilyn. You can't get ahead these days without a graduate degree.
Well, I think hard work still counts for something. Look at those computer whiz kids. They're millionaires now, and they never even graduated from high school.
There are some pretty neat guys here on campus, Marilyn. And one advantage to joining Phi Beta is you'll meet practically all of them.
I'd like you to meet some of my fraternity brothers. They're really great guys. And from some of the best families on the East Coast. Here you are. Grab a chair.
We haven't ordered yet.
I was expecting a private lunch with Mary Leonard. We'll just take that table over there.
Okay, sure. Leslie, Brent, it was very nice getting to know you, and I'm sure I'll see you around.
Okay, Marilyn. It's nice to meet you, Wade.
Yeah.
That was downright rude. What's going on?
I am so sorry for keeping this from you, but it's something that was out of my hands.
I went out on a limb for you. I gave up my law practice to be your partner after you gave me your idealistic speech and harangued me about my lack of values. I thought at the time there was some sort of honesty and honor involved with that idea.
Now, just wait a minute. I know it's too late, but there is an explanation. See, my mother struck a bargain with this Sanders family when I was born, that she'd never reveal my paternity in exchange for a luxurious income. Well, I was sworn to that bargain, Judith. Of course, when Elizabeth and Charles saw me come to Landview, they suspected that I was going to reveal Charles as my father.
But you didn't because of money.
No, not for money for myself, but I couldn't very well yank away my mother's income.
Oh, your mother. I always hated your mother.
Of course you do. And she hates you. But damn it, I had nothing to say about the workings between three adults. I was just born. This accident of passion that produced me. If you think about it, at least half your anger right now is directed towards your dead ex-husband and his ex-mistress, not at me.
You still knowingly made a fool of me.
That was the furthest thing from my mind. But I'll admit, when I first got here, I found it very ironic that you, of all people, could befriend me. And as I got to know you and respect you, I realized why Charles could never leave you from my mother. Since you were divorced when I got here, it seemed to lessen the sin of my silence, even the sin of my existence.
How long would you have kept that secret if Charles hadn't died?
I don't know. I had this crazy fantasy that he and I could become father and son. See, I knew who he was since I was 13. Not just a friend of the family, but actually family. I overheard this bitter argument between he and my mother. It's a wonderful surprise for a 13-year-old, don't you think?
Did you confront your mother?
Yes, and Charles. That was when I found out the truth.
But you and Charles never got close.
No. I was an embarrassment to him. And then when I came to Landview, he couldn't trust my motives. Though I didn't take his money and I always kept my bargain, he was distant and skeptical. And I didn't make any overtures either. I assumed we'd have years to work this out, not knowing that suddenly we wouldn't. Look, I wouldn't blame you if you never spoke to me again. But that would hurt. You're really the only friend I have here, Judith.
All the affection we gave to Jamie. And look at him. You had nothing. Elizabeth knew.
Yeah. She hates me. She assumes I'll be in the will, and that is why I had to tell you. I tried last night, but I couldn't. See, I still plan to keep his paternity a secret. Not from you and the family, but I've got my own life to lead. I don't need the perks and the liabilities that come from being Charles Sanders' son.
I think I need to take a walk to digest this before the reading of the will.
Judith, we are still friends.
See how scared Tina is? I love it.
Sandra, is there some kind of back door to get out of here or something? I mean, because between Eloise and Jamie, I'm not going to last very long. Maybe I should tell Warden Perkins.
Tina, it'd never work, even if he believed you. But you have got to stop doing this, or you're going to have everybody in this place out after you.
Look, I can't even believe it. I haven't even hardly been here a day and a half, and already I'm in so much trouble. I mean, prison life is just exactly like my regular life. Only it's a lot more dangerous. Look, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go back to my cell.
Tina, listen to me. Let's go to the snack bar. There are more guards there. Let's just get out of this room. You follow me. You don't look at anybody.